paddling for the future. I'm sure those of you who are not present in this event are going green with envy, looking at this beautiful evening, this beautiful event. And nature has helped. You know, when I was landing from Baghdad, I thought, when I looked at the weather, I thought, oh my God, we've been rained out. But no, we've been ushered in by this beautiful weather. And thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Uh, in the Foreign Office, peace with our neighbors. But today, we have an additional task for having peace with nature. And I recall in 2010, when I was foreign minister the last time, we were hit by a devastating flood in 2010. Many of you, the international community, the diplomatic corps, uh, sort of rose to the occasion and came out and helped Pakistan. People were devastated. And I remember traveling to Brussels. The European ambassador was here. Traveling to Brussels and lobbying with the European ambassadors to give Pakistan, because of that acute situation that we were confronted with because of those devastating floods, GSP plus status. Thank you for doing so. You know, thank you for doing so, and it helped Pakistan. I can say with confidence it has doubled our exports. But as a as a farmer and as chairman of a non-profit organization called Farmers Associates Pakistan, I know how important climate is for agriculture. I know how important climate is for our agrarian economy. So we have to do something about it. Pakistan today is, but as a farmer and as chairman of a non-profit organization called Farmers Associates Pakistan, I know how important climate is for agriculture. I know how important climate is for our agrarian economy. So we have to do something about it. Pakistan today is acknowledged and recognized as the falling in the category of the 10 most vulnerable countries vis-a-vis climate change. But unfortunately, as a nation, we were not aware of this challenge. But I'm glad with Prime Minister Imran Khan taking the lead, and with Amin Aslam Sahab, you, and the Tajul Sahiba, you, and the leadership your ministry is providing in making the nation aware of how devastating climate change can be for every household, is giving, has woken up a sleeping nation. And today, I'm glad to share with you that Pakistan is getting recognition. Pakistan is getting international recognition for that. I, besides my constituency that I represent, I contested in the last general election 2018 from an area which borders India and Pakistan, and that is the constituency in Tharparkar, desert, where every drop of drinking water counts. And as a farmer, I also know how from the 50s to today, the pendulum has swung from being a water effluent to a water scarce country. And nobody's woken up. Nobody's woken up. But today, we have a leader, we have a prime minister who is looking at the future, is trying to protect the future generations of Pakistan by saying environment is important, climate is important, and let's join hands. Let's build an international partnership to deal with this challenge of climate change. I'm glad President Biden has given this issue the the importance it deserves. There was a climate summit, and Mr. Amin Aslam participated in the ministerial segment of that conference, and I'm sure there are many more events lined up. On the 5th of June, Prime Minister would be launching the initiative in Pakistan, here in Islamabad at the Convention Center, and I'm sure many of you will participate and will be invited to that important event. But I'm happy to share with you, as a developing country, Pakistan is today more aware. Pakistanis today are more aware of this challenge. And I recall with pleasure when I was in Riyadh with the Prime Minister, we signed an MOU with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on how we can help each other overcome the climate change. How the Saudi government intends to play a role in making their country green and making the Middle East, the Gulf, green. That is the new awakening. That is the new realization. So, having contested in an area where people have to, and women have to, walk kilometers for a pitcher of water, I know how important nature is, and how important water is, and how ordinary families are exposed to climate change. Today's event, peddling for a greener future, and the fact that Pakistan's Prime Minister led from the front when in KPK, when we had our government from 2013 to 18, he launched this initiative. And initially, people were not aware of what he was doing. You know, people said, what's he doing? This is not a vote getter. But today, the world is realizing how important this issue is. And there's talk about it, people are celebrating it, and people are getting involved. And from 1 billion trees, we are about to launch a 10 billion tree initiative. And we are going to make this country greener and cleaner in many ways, by cleaning the environment and hopefully cleaning the politics of this country from corruption. That's equally important. For a green Pakistan, it's equally important. But thank you for being here today. Thank you for participating. Your presence, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, means a lot. The message is you care. The message is that you are involved in the challenges that Pakistanis, ordinary Pakistanis, are facing. This is the connection that the Diplomatic Corps must have with people of Pakistan. And today, you have done that. The visit to Gwadar was a step in the right direction to point out how important that area is, how deprived that area has been, and how collectively we can attract investments into that backward area. Thank you. I would like to thank the organizers. I'd like to thank SCD, Samia, you and your team for doing a great job. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a new division that we have established in the Foreign Office and have started doing new things. Very interesting, very attracting, very people-centric things. And thank you for doing so. I want to thank all of you for your participation. I want to thank Foreign Secretary for your presence. Thank you.